there was a point in both of my businesses where I wanted to quit and give up. It felt like it was too hard. And tell me if you can relate to this. It was like, I felt like I was doing all the things and working harder than everyone around me in my industry. It was like, it can't be this hard. And I pouring so much time and effort, and I would make money, but it wouldn't be like money that was enough for me to take the foot off the gas. Yes, I was making money, but where it was totally dependent on me doing all the things to make the money, even though I grew to a point where I had people working for me, there was still so much of me required, so much of my time required that if I wanted to go and take a month to travel to Europe, I would end up seeing my income drastically drop. And when I would watch other people who seemed like they were having fun in their business and they were taking all of these trips and they were just chilling, and not that they didn't work, but they weren't working at the level I was like, clearly I'm missing something and I don't know what the hell it is. And I would spend so much time trying to figure out what it is and study what other people are doing and trying to reverse engineer it. And none of it was working. And it was pure insanity, where that entire time I could have simply hired someone to show me what the holes were and what I was missing. Because when we're standing in the picture frame, it's impossible for you to see the entire picture. We want to think we can see all the stuff, whether it's in your business, it's in your relationship, it's in a friendship, a business partnership, it's with stuff with your body. But if we have a problem with our health, right, we go to a doctor, we go to a health practitioner, we go to a healer. If you are not making the money that you know you should be making in your business with the amount of effort you're putting out, with the amount of heart and soul, and with how great you are with your clients, and you're not, there is a damn hole in your business. You are doing something wrong. You're not crazy. You are missing something. And this is exactly why I recorded this episode. These are the mistakes that are costing you clients and cash in your business, and you don't even realize it. And we're going to plug some of those holes today so that you can start filling your programs, filling your courses, filling your PayPal, filling your Stripe, filling your bank account with that cash that you should be making at this point in your business. So yes, there are things you're doing wrong. This doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're incapable. That doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. It simply means that you've been an asshole and trying to figure it out on your own or figure it out in a cheap way and not really gone to someone who truly has many, many years of receipts. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get into this episode. If you're tired of hearing the same old basic mindset and motivational fluff talk, you've come to the right show. Welcome to Project Me with Tiffany Carter, the podcast, where we dish on everything from managing that crazy brain of yours to manifesting abundance to my straightforward, actionable steps that will make you major money online. Now, I'm not your typical multimillionaire entrepreneur. It takes a small village to keep my anxiety and depression in check. I'm inherently disorganized with an intense obsession with office supplies. Your girl here is a digital marketing content expert who's generated over $200 million in sales. I promise by tuning in twice a week, you will get a much-needed refreshing dose of truth, clarity, and cash-making advice. Now let's get to it. What up, my people, my posse, my fellow crazies? It's your host, Tiffany Carter, and this is the show that is going to help you grow your business, your bank account, your mindset, your abundance, your relationships, and everything in between. Running, building, growing a small business is challenging. There's no way around the challenge. There's no way around the fact that it's going to bring up all of your insecurities, all of your doubts, all of your things. And avoiding costly mistakes is actually essential for your long-term success. So businesses that end up scaling to the big leagues, that end up making the high multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and these kind of businesses all start where everyone else starts at zero. One of the big indicators is what that owner, what that leader of that business is doing in order to not only generate more money, but also by avoiding costly mistakes. Because when we avoid costly mistakes, we're actually making money. In fact, avoiding costly mistakes in business can end up making you more money than direct revenue generating activities. Because if you keep going left and you keep going left, and that's going to end up at a dead end, and you don't have someone there going, hey, I'm letting you know I've gone left before it, and I've had many, many clients go left before, it doesn't end well in your particular industry and your particular business structure. So don't keep going miles to the left. We have to abort mission over here. You could have wasted years and hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in time, energy, and money. And I've seen it many times by the time people come to me to work with me privately, to join my programs, to join my mastermind. They've gotten themselves in deep with things and they're like, oh my God, I'm afraid to spend more money. Even though I know, Tiffany, you're going to help me fix this, even though I know you're worth it. I wish I found you years ago because I've already spent this money on all these other things and it didn't work. In fact, I'm even further in the hole. And now I'm afraid I'll get more in the hole if I spend money on your mastermind or if I do this. And then my response is always the same. Well, then what is your plan in order to right size this ship? What is your plan in order to really regroup and take your business to a whole nother level, even if that involves restructuring, finessing certain things, filling some holes, tweaking certain things in order to get there? What's your plan? If you have a house where clearly there's a foundation problem, there's plumbing problems, there's a certain amount of time you can choose to live with it, but then the problems get worse, the problems get worse, the problems get worse. At some point, you need to pay to address the problem, because by not addressing it, that becomes more and more expensive on your stress levels, on money, on time, on energy. And that's where I see a lot of businesses fail. And this is not going to happen on my watch. So I'm going to take you through 5 areas where you need to watch out for these pitfalls. And there's no way that you don't at least have one of these areas, if not more, that are a blind spot or has been a blind spot or is an issue in your business that's a hole that needs to be filled. Otherwise, you would just be raking in that cash right now. And this does not mean you're an idiot. And adding shame to it doesn't help anything. I've made all of these mistakes before. You literally pay me and you would literally invest your time in listening to this show because you know I've made these mistakes and I'm telling you how to avoid them. And because I'm the world's laziest business coach and entrepreneur, I know what the easier way is because we're not available for doing things that are unnecessarily hard. I want more time to luxuriate and enjoy the riches and enjoy my life. I don't get off on being busy for the sake of being busy. Now, the old Tiffany did. And there's some of you that are still in that spot where you kind of think, oh, if I'm super productive, if I'm doing all the things, if I'm working even more, then that's going to increase my odds and I'm going to have success and it's going to work. No, it's not. It's a quick way to land you on Burnout Island and quitting. What will get you the results is by learning and listening and implementing from someone who has already been there and done it, being honest with yourself, and being diligent and disciplined about filling those specific holes instead of doing all the things. We just need to do some things and do them well. I promise you, this is the way. First thing, lack of strategic planning. Without a well-defined strategy in order to get a bigger audience, in order to bring in more ideal clients. I call this a customer acquisition strategy. Without this, your business is like sailing in the open sea aimlessly. Failing to set clear goals, outline strategies, and develop a roadmap, it will lead to wasted time, effort, and resources. You need to take the time to create a strategic plan to acquire and attract more strangers that are ideal clients and turn them into paying customers on repeat that match with your objectives, your target market, etc. With a clear direction, you're going to make informed decisions and you're going to avoid costly detours. Bottom line is, when you know where you're going and what you need to focus on and what you don't need to focus on, and you've been given the way, you end up with so much clear, energetic space to be creative, to pour into your people, to pour into content. And you're not just blowing with the wind, going with the sailing analogy. If you're a sailboat out there, and I'm looking at the Pacific Ocean right now, and you have no destination, you're going to end up, God knows, you're going to end up in the middle of the Pacific, and it's not going to end well for you. Ignoring data and analytics. In today's data-driven world, ignoring the insights provided by analytics in social media and your email marketing on your sales pages, this is going to be detrimental to your business. Neglecting to track and analyze key metrics such as website traffic, conversion rates, likes, saves, how many people clicked on a thing, your open rate of your emails, your customer behavior, the times that they seem to open emails, the types of topics that get more open rates, how many people replied to a certain thing, how many people shared it, what really got people invigorated, which ads that you've done are working, which free types of content are working or not working. Without doing this, it will lead to missed opportunities for optimization and growth. We want to be able to use these insights. This doesn't mean you have to make an Excel spreadsheet and be in the weeds with all of this, but you want to leverage data and analytics to gain valuable insights into your business operations. You make fact-based and fact-informed decisions, not from your ass, but based on facts, based on true proof and behavior of people who've paid you and people who aren't paying you. And then you continuously improve and massage your strategies for maximum profitability. If you're always just guessing and assuming and seeing what someone else in your industry is doing and I'm going to implement it, your ideal clients are different because you're different. That doesn't mean there can't be some crossover and similarities. But what your people do and what they respond to and what they don't respond to, if you're not obsessed with looking at the psychographics of your ideal clients, you're going to end up either never making what you want to make, or it is going to take you a hell of a long time. I'm talking years and years and years to get there. This is a major mistake I made in my first business, which is why it took me 5 years before I really started seeing substantial profits. No one taught it to me. And to be honest, I call myself out. I was being a cheap ass. I thought it was insane to pay a high-level business consultant, business coach, business mentor, whatever title you want to give. I thought it seemed insane to spend that kind of money on doing that unless I figured it out myself or unless I was really rolling in it. I even felt shy to apply to work with people because I'm well, I'm not far enough along, or I have to have this figured out first because I look like an asshole and they're going to think I'm an idiot. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking. It makes no sense. These are why people like this exist. This is why I exist. You're not an idiot. You don't know what you don't know. This isn't your area of expertise. And for some of you, it might be. You might teach people how to make more money. You might teach people how to grow a business in a certain area. You might teach people how to get more clients, yet you're not bringing in the passive revenue streams, the large amount of people buying your courses or your programs, or you've never filled a group event before or mastermind before, and you just don't know how to do it in this one area, leveraging the online space. And that's what I'm an expert in. If your kid or someone's kid really wanted to learn how to surf, that kid could go out. I wouldn't want a kid to go out and do it, but that kid could go out and try on their own. It could end in a major injury. It could end in them being tossed around so much that they never want to try surfing again. Or you go invest in having them take a class or have a private instructor. And where are they going to get the results the fastest? Of course, they're going to get the results the fastest in a private one-on-one instructor who's solely focusing their time and energy on that kid. That they're going to still get results in a group setting. It might not be as fast, but it's still a great move. You see what I'm saying here? This is why at this point where I'm at, I only invest in masterminds and private coaching. I've bought enough self-paced courses, and not to say I don't buy them for someone on my team to watch them. I just bought something on like AI because I wanted to learn about it. I'll still buy things like that, but I know that where I place my money, and I place a substantial amount of money, my growth is going to happen as long as I'm placing it with someone who really has the receipts and they just didn't have like a one-hit wonder, right? Someone knowing how to do this for their own business is very different than someone who gets results for many, many people's businesses in a variety of industries. That's the person you want to look at. And yeah, I am selling myself when I share that with you guys. Like, I am letting you know, like, I have the receipts. This wasn't a 1 year, 2 year thing. I didn't randomly go viral during the pandemic and now I'm capitalizing off of it. And nothing's wrong with people who are in that spot. But you want to be in a different league, then you've got to hire someone in a different league and spend different league cash and take different league actions. And that is exactly what my brand new program, the Abundance League Business Mastermind, is all about. 4 months with me and my Project Me Dream Team. And this is designed to show you these exact things that we're going over today. We are showing you how to scale your business so much of your time doesn't need to be involved, which types of offers you need, how to package those offers, how to price those offers, how to have a profitable content strategy so your content is organically selling for you around the clock while you're luxuriating, while you're doing other things, who to hire and when to hire. When do you use ads? Should you use ads? If you use ads, how do you use ads to put even more fuel on the fire, to make even more money? What are the things that are missing from your core messaging on why people aren't buying? If people aren't buying on repeat and it feels so hard and you are like, I get people and then I don't get people and it comes in waves and some things work and some things don't work, and I don't have a sense of certainty that I have a system in place to attract ideal clients and to convert them into paying customers on repeat, you have holes in your business. And if they are not plugged, you're going to end up sinking in that ocean because you're going to be so frustrated, so discouraged, so over it that you're not going to want to keep going. You're going to take your foot off the gas and you're going to lose even more money. And then it's not going to be worth it for you. And if you want this to work for yourself, your family, for the money, for your sanity, for the options, for the freedom, and you don't want to go back and work for someone else, then you need to be a part of this mastermind. Let's right this ship in 2023, 4 months with me. And this is going to happen as long as you show up, you're open and willing, and you take action, and we cut out all the noise that's out there. Remember, the less we do, as long as it's strategic, the more we make, because you're going to have more energy and you're going to have more fun in your business. And then you're going to be more creative. And then you're going to be able to show up differently in your content. You're going to show up differently for your clients. You're going to have a light energy for you. You're going to fall in love with your business again instead of having a resentment towards it. And then this abundance just grows and grows and grows and grows instead of you being this prisoner to your business. This does not work. That's why it's not working for you. All the details, the testimonials, all the things for the Abundance League Business Mastermind are in the show notes. Go to projectmewithtiffany.com/Abundance League. This also includes 2 days live in person with me. This is the only way to experience me, work with me in person. That by itself is valued at $10,000. Right now, we have our pre-launch sale. You're getting $3,000 off. That's like getting a super crazy luxury Starbucks drink. Like, you're getting the Frappuccino with this added and an extra shot and whip and all this stuff. You can have whatever drink you want at Starbucks every single day for a year. That's what you're getting off right now. And I could easily be charging $25,000 for this mastermind. This is what people who are at my level, and maybe even not at my level, to be honest with you, who don't have the receipts, who don't have the millions in the bank, who don't have that clear established authority in the industry, they're charging $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 to work with them. And I don't shade them on that, but that's not what I'm charging you right now. And you're going to be blown away. This is under $9,000 for the pre-launch sale. And your application has to be in for this prior. But make sure you read through the whole page. Because don't apply. This is a 15-minute application call. This is not a call for us to just randomly chitty chat. You need to come on that call going, I want this. But the call, all it is a official stamp, like a boop. Okay, absolutely. You're a great fit, because I need you to be a great fit for the group, but we have to have it work both ways. If I don't feel that where you're at in your business is a great fit for this mastermind, I'm not going to just take your money, because that's not a good look on me. And selfishly, I want rave reviews and testimonials, and that's certainly not how you're going to get it. So go to projectmewithtiffany.com/Abundance League and take back control of your financial circumstances and the growth of your business. You've got to make a boss move. And yeah, it's scary, but you want to know what? It's also damn empowering. Overextending yourself, taking on too much, or trying to do it all on your own will lead to burnout and compromised quality. And you can lie to yourself and say, I'm pushing through, or I kind of fake it. No, I know what you guys do. I just need to get something posted today. I'll just put this program together because I think it'll make me money. Oh God, I have all these client calls and I just don't feel like it today, but I'll pull it together. Not that you're going to feel like it all the time, and there's days where we need a rally, but if this is something that you're regularly feeling, you've got a red flag going on that this ship is sinking. So assess your workload, delegate tasks, consider outsourcing certain aspects that aren't your core strengths, or maybe they are something that your core strengths that you can do, but it drains the hell out of you. You have to remember your time and energy are extremely valuable resources. Anyone who is successful and wealthy, they will tell you that the things that they spend the most money on are things to preserve their energy and get them more time back. Period. End of story. Because money's actually easy to make, but we can't make more time, and you can't command your body to make more energy. And believe me, I've tried. I mean, you can use street drugs, but that doesn't last very long, and there's a big price to pay for that. So by optimizing your efforts and focusing on what you do best, and be able to have fun doing it and it feel exciting. I delight in doing the things I do for you. You know how when something is an option, but it's not a have to, it makes you show up with a different energy? That is what I want for you in your business. When you show up where it's an option, there's a lightness. It's not like, you're drudging through. And this is how you enhance your productivity and profitability. Ineffective marketing strategies, and really copying what other people do. Oh, so-and-so and so-and-so is doing this. I see everyone doing this on TikTok. I see everyone doing this on Pinterest. Oh, I see everyone doing this in my industry on email, so I should be doing it. Oof, that is very dangerous. Just because it's effective for one business doesn't mean it's effective for all businesses. Marketing is vital for business growth, but ineffective strategies will drain your resources, time, energy, and money without yielding results. So you have to ensure your marketing efforts align with your target audience, align with your personality style, your work style, your strengths, your weaknesses, and utilize the most suitable channels for your business and your bandwidth. Take advantage of analytics tools to track the performance of campaigns and adjust your strategies accordingly. Focus on your most effective marketing tactics and really pour into those, and you'll generate more ROI and get more qualified leads than by you feeling like I have to be doing all of these things. like I say in other episodes, sprinkler systeming your marketing for your business. I'm going to do a little dabble on Pinterest, a dabble on TikTok, a dabble on YouTube, a dabble on email, a dabble on ads. You're going to get a dabble of cash if you're lucky. You've got to pick certain channels where you believe your ideal clients live that also align with what delights you. And you've got to fire hose those channels. So all of this that I have was built to start from scratch with a podcast and Instagram. I had no email list. I had nothing going on. I didn't convert some old fitness or network marketing account with a bunch of followers to a new one. I started from zero. And if you're really bored and you want to verify that, please go for it. Scroll all the way back. I took my nail guy, John's phone, and who speaks not enough English, by the way, to listen to the show. And I took his phone and I wrote a review of my podcast from his phone. I think I asked like my old therapist to write a review. I mean, I'm talking from scratch, focused on those two channels. And then once I started mastering those channels, then I added Pinterest, but I didn't want to sit there and make pins and do all that crap. That would take me a gazillion hours in Canva. So then I hired one of my clients, actually, who is still my Pinterest manager to this day. She teaches inside my Posse membership as well. Shout out to you, Leah. So we have that going on. And I didn't jump on the TikTok bandwagon when TikTok came out during, basically pandemic times. I didn't. My bandwidth was already tapped and it wasn't a good use of my time, energy, and money. And so I waited. I didn't start an email list till the end of 2019. But when I did, you're damn right, I went all in on it. And what does all in mean? That is something that we can go much deeper on inside my mastermind or inside one of my programs. But all in means you're spending money to learn how to do it properly. You're going after the best. You're energetically focused on doing the best, but we can't go all in on 10 different things in your personal or professional life. And by trying to do that, you're chasing shiny objects and you're never going to get anywhere. And if you're not sure, well, Tiffany, which of these things should I focus on? That is exactly why you want to be in this mastermind container, because sometimes you've been focusing on the wrong channels, not enough marketing channels. Maybe you're sprinkler systeming. Maybe you're focusing on channels that you actually hate, or they once worked and now they're no longer working. If you're not bringing in that consistent high level cash that you want and your business isn't consistently growing, that doesn't mean there aren't times where you're flat. That doesn't mean there aren't dips sometimes, just like you see any business in the stock market. But if overall, when you're looking at a graph, if your business isn't continually growing, we've got a problem that we need to address. Final thing, and I saved this for the last, kind of like saving the best for last. And so many people end up rolling their eyes. I always say mindset stuff is like stretching at the gym. It's like, oh God, it seems simple. It seems like, yeah, I know. I'm not talking about think positive, and like the book, Think Rich, Grow Rich, which I don't have a hatred for the book, but it's like oversimplifying it. You have to, more specifically, we have got to uncover, unpack, and rework and heal your money and success wounds. You have resistance towards making the money that you want. You have resistance towards that next level of success. Even though you desire it, there's a resistance for it because there is a fear and there's wounding and there's programming trapped in your nervous system and your brain that needs to be uncovered and worked on. You're believing you're going to have to sacrifice something, that you're going to lose something, that if you make all this money, you'll lose all this money, that you're going to be judged by your family, that people are just going to want to take more and more money from you, that you're going to lose your health by working all the time, that you're going to become a version of your father who is never home and always working. There are so many different layers to it. Mine was all about visibility. If I didn't really go all in on working on this fear of being extremely visible, like the level I'm at now, I would have never gone viral on TikTok. The show would not be in the top 40 of all podcasts in 15 different countries right now and continuing to grow because I had a resistance to being highly visible. That felt unsafe to me. It felt scary in my nervous system. It felt like bad things were going to happen. And just knowing something, whether it's in your business or your mindset, that's not enough. Just like knowing that you need to work out more, knowing you need to not eat as much sugar, knowing you need to have more fiber in your diet. That's nice, knowing. But doing and taking the action is what will get you the results you want. Staying in the stage of just knowing something and learning more, that's kind of a way to stay safe and make you feel like you're taking action, but you really aren't doing shit. You really want to take action, set yourself up in a surrounding with other people that are going to empower you and lift you up, and you're going to want to take action. It's not going to feel so heavy and hard for you. So go look at the page for the Abundance League. I'm so excited to have you in there and take you to a level that you probably aren't yet believing is possible with doing much, much less so you can have a more rich and fulfilling life. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. I love you. And don't forget, we're doing a special abundance giveaway to celebrate topping the charts of the show. So leave an Apple written podcast review, put your name, Instagram or TikTok handle in the review. We have to have a way, obviously, to find you. So we'll direct message you, and I'm picking one winner a week, and you're going to receive a surprise abundance gift. And I always over deliver, and I don't want to even say what the gift is. It will absolutely make you go, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. That's like crazy generous. Like she didn't even need to go this far. So I want it to be exciting, but that's all you have to do is go leave a written review. The only platform you can do that on right now is Apple Podcasts. If you're not listening on Apple, I want you to click the 5 stars on Spotify or click the 5 stars on any of the other apps that you listen to. It takes 1 second to do that. That still counts as a review and goes a long way. But this specific abundance giveaway is for Apple Podcasts and leaving a written review of the show. So I'm excited to read all of your reviews. It brings me great joy to see how much the show is helping you grow. And I love connecting with each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.